Musketeers. So today your dog bonus exercise is having your dog stay in a standing position, because standing with proper form is actually an exercise, people and dogs. So, excuse me. So think of your posture right now. Are you slouched over like I was, or are you sitting up straight with your shoulders back and your hips tucked underneath you? It takes your core muscles, the muscles of your abdomen and your back, to keep your shoulders pulled down and back out of your ears, your pelvis tilted under, and to hold your spine up straight instead of like what we all do, slouching with our shoulders forward. So standing up with proper form is actually a exercise. So I have a bajillion props out here. You can start on a flat surface, especially if you've got a really young dog or a really old dog or a dog that hasn't practiced standing up, because the key is standing with proper form. So what is proper form? So just like us, you want your spine all in line. For dogs, since they're quadrupeds, you want those feet underneath their elbows and shoulders, and their hocks underneath their hip bones. So arrow. Sometimes it's easier to do in front of a mirror so that you can actually see. Can you slide? Here, get out. Here. So you can actually see how I'm using my reverse camera here to make sure that I have my dog stacked up correctly. Stack. So I'm looking that ankles, no, I didn't mean move it. Ankles are underneath. Here are her elbows, here are her shoulders, right? You want everything underneath. And here are her hips, and here are her knees, and then you, because of how they're built, I know, I'm trying to break it in half. You want their hocks, which is right here, actually straight up and down. So in order, and now I've pushed the cookie back and you saw her back hunch. So you want this top line to be flat, and clearly she's not, because look, there's a little camel back right there. Find it. Here. Stack. So standing, nobody wants to see your booty. Here. Sit. Stack. So getting your dog to stand up with weight balanced on all 4 feet is actually an exercise. So once you've got some practice with getting your dog standing, find it. Go find it. You can make it harder with using props. So this is a Fit Paws bone. We talked earlier about these little teepees. Can be found on Amazon, 12, 15 bucks. Actually in the office department, because it's meant for office workers to sit on. These are online only, sorry Matt, Shopko online only balls, and again, human fitness. So depending on how big or small your dog is, what you might have to use. So here, come to this side. Good. So getting our dogs to step up on one, you can pull the couch cushions off your couch forward and have front feet on one couch cushion and front feet on the other. See how she's got to kind of balance to keep, because they move a little bit. You can make this harder by moving your cookie up and down, because when they move their head, they have to use their core to keep balancing. So some of those neck stretches we did last week, you can use in standing to help with that. If your dog is struggling on a soft surface, find it. You can, look at these cookies everywhere. Find it, clean up your mess. Use a harder surface, this is a stair stepper, and you can put your couch cushion underneath. Find it. Oh, she's too fast. Find it. Here. So I want her to walk it like a plank. And do you see how it moves when she's standing on it? Because I put those soft little cookies underneath. So if you've got a board, you can use a board. You could use a stair stepper if you have one. Find it. And I just put something soft underneath so it moves. Walk it. And she has to use her core to kind of help balance. And she thought about sitting down, so I just put a hand kind of underneath. I didn't touch her, but if she tried to sit down, my hand would be there. So ideally you want your head in line so that everything's in line and a natural posture, right? So she's a little cramped up. Find it. See how a mirror really helps? It's hard to tell when you're looking either straight down or at your dog. And you can make it harder by having her move her head, and she's got to adjust and see how this panel moves when her head moves. But she has to fire all these spinal and abdominal muscles to help balance herself. Find it. So that's your dog bonus exercise for today.